Nice smell in here, eh?
I don't know, why did we choose this one? I don't know. We got an accepted offer on this one.
I want to knock this out.
I also have 2 little girls, and they're going to be running around the renovation with me. So my mom and my dad are going to be helping out with the flip.
Voila, I'm the main painter.
So I'm thinking fully knock this out.
We call Dad Demo Dad, and you're going to see why.
From Tacky to Timeless, this is 239 Taranaki.
And it'll just be like, done.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious.
So looking back on my first flip experience, I had no idea the profit that I would make at the end. I did know that I would make some, considering the state of the home and the way the market was going. I mean, I guess that's really why everybody flips houses. But what I really misunderstood, or I guess estimated to be a lot less, was the amount of time that will go into it. And I didn't really think about in the beginning the carrying costs that come along with having a home to flip for 2 months versus having a home to flip for, I think it was 4.5 months.
Need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George.
And another thing you don't really think about when that happens is how much carrying costs can add up for the extra month, 2 or 3 months that you do have the reno, like the mortgages and the insurance and stuff like that. Plus, I'm also carrying the mortgage and the insurance and everything of my own property, so it's me floating 2 houses, and I was running out of money. Like, I mean,
Everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me.
I'm telling you, I was drained financially, so I had to get that house on the market because I figured it's probably going to be, best case scenario, a 2 or 3 week close regardless.
So Danica bought Taranaki at a time when the market was really starting to take off here in Halifax. It was kind of just before the boom, if you will. So it was still kind of a balanced market at the time when she bought, but by the time she went to sell it after she did the work, it was more of a seller's market, which is perfect, really. It's the perfect scenario.
I think when people saw like there were still some drywall things on the ceiling and the windows weren't done, which meant the brick on the outside wasn't completely finished and it wasn't trimmed out, the front door wasn't trimmed out, so there was little things that, like, they're little in terms of me finishing them, but they're big when someone's looking to buy a home. Like, why are the windows not trimmed out and the brick looks extremely like undone in the front?
So back in the day, open houses were really, really common. MLS was something that it wasn't really huge online yet, so really people had no choice but to call the listing agent or to go to an open house to see houses. And now people can explore that a little bit more online. So I wouldn't say that open houses are something of the past, but they're something that are not necessarily as productive as they were before. So when we did this open house for Taranaki, it's really a testament to kind of how well this flip went and what the finished product looked like, because we got over 100 people through the open house, which was just a crazy result. It's definitely the most people I've ever had at an open house.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying.
So the house was listed, but then I also had to have the windows installed, and that's not a small job. It's not like a little bit of trim work or something that has to be done. It was like 9 windows and a front door. So that really sucked.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything.
So the reason the windows were delayed is because the reason everything is delayed now, COVID.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying.
Partially my fault also, because being my first time flipping the house, I didn't realize that I should have ordered the windows like the second I got possession, just in case there was delays, because even without COVID, usually there can be delays in the shop or different things. So I ordered them at about week 5 or 6 thinking, oh, I have plenty of time, but then they were, 14, 15 weeks out and then were delayed even more, so it really made the timeline suck. I had no other option because I was broke AF. So it is what it is.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me.
But that opened up, I think, some doubt for some buyers because we did an open house and we had hundreds of people come through. It was actually extremely overwhelming, but really cool to see also because they followed my journey on Instagram.
What and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me.
Going forward this time, for the next reno, I'm really going to try to have everything at 100%. That way it doesn't leave any questions or doubts in the minds of the buyers as thinking like, why is this not done? It was clearly stated in the list price that the windows would be finished, the drywall on the ceiling would be finished, that the brick would be finished, but if you weren't digging deep, it wasn't clearly obvious that all those little things would be finished. But I had to get it on because I had no money.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me.
It doesn't look like my buddy Bill's place anymore.
Well, I hope he would like it.
I think he would be overwhelmed by it. His artwork, was at the end of there. What that is, he set up sandbags down here and he had a gun range. So this is all pellets.
That's amazing.
That's all pellets hitting the thing. As you see, some went through. So if you took that, we fixed the wall, but behind it there's still pellets in that wall back there. So he sat here, he had sandbags set, so he couldn't hurt anyone. Same with downstairs. As Tricia had said, he had a rodent problem in the beginning. He quickly took care of it. Bill was a really, really, really cool dude. Whoever gets this place will,
This
man.
is what we call, this is the house that Bill built.
And
Well, it makes me so happy because my family and I have literally put so much love back into it.
I
See, I think what happened to poor Bill is he lost his relationship and it was the love of his life. Yeah. And
he had no family left.
Yeah.
Sister's parents died. He only had one sibling. She died.
Aw.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So he didn't have very many friends or family. It's just what it is. And when he got sick in the house, he couldn't take care of it.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, the lot is amazing. And like, there's rhododendrons back there. There's rhubarb, raspberries everywhere.
His properties in Taranaki.
Yeah.
And he was a farmer or like a gardener. He was a
A guy of many trades.
well, he designed and installed all the lights in the lighthouses in Eastern Canada. After he retired, they brought him back, and he also said to me on his deathbed, God love him, he said, "There's Stevie. I think there's a lot of blue-eyed, blonde-haired Inuit kids up north." He was a lady killer, man. He was a good-looking man.
He didn't tell you that?
No.
Yes, I did. He was a lady. He was a very handsome guy.
I knew he liked hot dogs, barbecue hot dogs.
Well, and he
And beer.
and beer and
That's
beer and
awesome.
pot and pot.
Yes.
He was a flower child.
And German Shepherds?
And German Shepherds.
Shepherds.
Yeah, my dad has one.
This was Bill's room. God love him. Looks absolutely nothing.
Do you think he'd like the flowers?
He was a flower guy.
Well, there you go.
He's a flower guy. He was a.
Hey, this is my dad and Strauss. They were best friends with Bill, who owned the house.
This is lovely. What did you use in the bath?
That is just regular trim, and I put it every 10 inches.
Double.
Yeah, it's cool, hey? Just give me
my
10
buddy
minutes.
Bill. Did you see that there was 4 eye bolts?
Yes.
Yeah. So in 1982, when no one else was doing it, he had a TV installed up here.
I figured. I was like, I think there was a TV up there.
And no one did that back in 1982. He originally built that like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I think with this flip on Taranaki, Danica did all the work herself for the most part, except for basically electrical and plumbing, which is great that she's able to do that, but it's not necessarily the most efficient way to flip houses as well. So I think on the next flip, she'll probably bring in some more people and sub some more things out to subcontractors, not only to just make it a little bit less exhausting for herself, but also to get the flip done quicker, which in turn will create a better profitability. So it's all relative. If you're paying people to do the work, but you finish the flip a month and a half earlier than you would have, then your carrying costs are less and your profit maybe more at the end of the day, just depending on which items you're subbing out and which ones you're doing yourself.
So this is the first time I've actually sold a home. I've bought my personal home and then I bought the reno, and I always figured I would have to do so much on the listing front, but Andrew actually took care of all of that, so I was really relieved that he was basically like, approve this, this, and this, okay, change this, this, and this, okay, sign this, this, and this, and it was smooth sailing.
I'd like to know where all the carpeting's gone.
Oh,
Was that too tacky?
Those are the original doors.
they are.
Yep, but I just put trim on them and primed them and painted them.
Wow, good.
Night and day. Night and day.
Downstairs is pretty cool because I changed the layout.
You changed layout up here too.
Yeah, true.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the favorite room right there. This is wow.
Crazy, hey? So I'm hoping a family has a lot of memories.
You did great.
Thank
And
you.
closet doors from
They're from Happy Harry's. They were just a,
slider.
yep.
Is that the back wall? Is that?
Yeah, I can't get it.
No, see,
I can't hit it in my head.
So
It's so long.
this was a room.
Yes, that was the spare bedroom or whatever it was. Or no, a spare room. It's gonna be a bathroom.
And this wall was gone. This wall wasn't here. So this was the full, and it had the drop ceiling, which when we took down was like total crap.
It was what?
All the poop
Oh, really?
in the drop ceiling from his rodent problem.
Okay.
My dad had a good time with that.
Nice.
He's like, it's raining crap down here.
I had to cut up a lot of things with a chainsaw down here. Couldn't get the stuff out of here, so I cut up a lot of it with the chainsaw.
He had a very, very, very heavy high
Everything he bought in the beginning was quality.
Yeah,
And
everything
but
else was quality.
and afterwards he just.
Was a taste.
Yeah. Well, I'm in awe of this art piece. I think it's the coolest thing ever. Like, it literally, I feel like it would go so well in here. It's so cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
What, really?
You can, I'll tell you, if someone wants to keep
Oh my
it, and if
God.
not, but that was.
It's like
built.
a sculpture to
It
me.
is. Most people think it is.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
totally
it looks
putting
like
it
an
on
art.
legs and a block. You have to go, baby, because mommy has an open house.
We made a deal with our mom. If we listened when she was doing the reno, she said that we could make our rooms like big girl rooms. And then I got a black wall and a big bed. I love the black feature wall. I know when I'm older, I will be able to do it.
And do you think anything would stop you from doing it?
No,
I got this.
I got this. When my mom was like taking all the dirty trees and everything out of the backyard, we had white paint, we had some nails, and we had a hammer and wood, and we put them all together and we made Barbie furniture.
This is like the original shelving. I just like
Amazing.
Yes, it is.
tapped
Yes,
over
it
top
is.
of it.
Like what you did back there.
Thank you, I painted that.
Beautiful. Oh,
Thanks.
Wow. Really like it.
And then so this, we just got to put window trim on once, but
Now this room I always pictured for a room for the teenager.
yeah, and that's why I did this bathroom like funky. I figured
Yes,
like
whoever,
older
yeah,
kids, like their
definitely.
friends over.
Definitely, this is absolutely perfect. I would have put my daughter in here. And don't you love the shelving?
I do. It's so great.
Like that was a big thing for me. Like
Yeah.
shelving, like I wouldn't change a thing. Like
He built all that.
Yes, he did.
Did he really?
Well, that's just it. This is the house that built that.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad we kept it. Yeah, because it was like it's so pretty, just with a coat of
I
paint
love
on
that.
it.
Yeah.
The colors are great.
And then in here, we're just sort of leaving this, like I'm gonna clean it up a bit and install the sink. Yeah, but I
But
put
this is perfect space.
Yeah, I put this wall up so that we could hide the.
Oh, you moved the hot water tank.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Good job.
That way, then whoever comes in here can at least do laundry nicely.
Now, I mean,
and-
not everyone has a nice laundry room, but I could do laundry here.
totally. Yeah, babe.
I love it. It's so cool. Make her the star.
What do you think?
She's the star.
Tell Poppy that the open house is 6 till 8. Tell him to bring you back at 6:30. Hey, look at me. And then you have a half an hour here before you go to dinner.
And the closet's gone.
Yeah, I took it out because I was like, well,
It was just in
yeah.
the way. There was nothing we
And-
won't use that.
Hi, babe.
So you need to shoot another one.
Another one.
Kids everywhere. You guys almost have as much as we.
Ari, hi, Ari. You're a
Say
little shyer
hi?
than your big sister.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's okay. I'm a kid magnet. I just love
Aw.
kids. I really, really love what you did.
Thank
Fantastic
you.
job, man. Good for you.
You're going to, I really hope.
What now? And you know the question that I'm dying to ask. And I'm gonna ask you. How much you think Mommy's gonna get? A lot of money? I think a lot of money. And I think she did a really good job. She deserves a lot of money, right?
Oh, who's that?
Hey, golfer.
I know. How are you not in bed yet? What are you saying?
Right?
You're not excited, eh? So I thought I was gonna get a few offers, and yeah, I just assumed you were always awake. I don't think you're sleeping. Okay, so I thought I was gonna get a couple,
Yeah.
and I don't have any. So
You don't have any offers.
zero. We had most of the feedback was like the same, and it was like that it wasn't done and stuff like that. I mean, I can't even look at you. I got 3 offers. For you.
Oh my
I can't even look at you.
I'm like heartbroken.
I think I just tore your heart out of your body there.
I was like, don't they know it's gonna be finished?
Mark made me do it.
Of course you would.
I can switch it up anytime like this. I'm a videographer and I'm on the verse, so when I shoot my shot, I don't miss. I'm gonna take the shot, take the shot, take the shot.
When she started this flip, we kind of expected a price range somewhere around the $290 to $300 mark on the other side when she was done the work. And by the time she listed it, we had multiple offers. We had, I think it was over 40 showings on the property. So first offer is $305.
Oh, baby.
So that's the
Go get your PJs on.
worst one.
Okay.
Second one, $325.
Okay.
And last but not least, the last offer is $335.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So in between the time you get an accepted offer and the firm date, when it's officially sold, the buyer does all their due diligence. So that would be, financing approval, home inspection, and so on. During the home inspection process, they brought up some items that they wanted to see fixed, which was not a huge deal, but there was a little bit more than we were expecting to deal with there. But overall, it was a fairly smooth process from the time we get the offer to the closing date, just a little bit more work on Danika's part to finish off a few little things in the house in between the time that it was sold and the time that it closed about a month later. So for anybody considering flipping a house, I would say just make sure you really run the numbers really tight. Make sure you check all the really small things. I find it's the small details in flips that people overlook. So in other words, people will account for the kitchen and the bathroom and the roof and the windows, but they don't necessarily add up all the little things like paint, like doorknobs, like light fixtures, and all those things. They seem inexpensive, but they really add up over the course of a whole flip. So if you're talking, $40 per doorknob, that's a lot in the scale of a whole house, right? So it's the little things that kind of catch up and eat into your profit. So it's really important to know your numbers extremely well and make sure you double check all of them before you move ahead with the purchase.